All right. Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dunn here. I am the average gaming dad, and we are back on Colorado Rockies franchise rebuild. Pretty excited. We're going to be last episode. We did the off season, and now we're going to kick off season 3 with spring training and our first 2 games. That is all assuming that my controller does not die first. My charging cable apparently doesn't want to charge anymore. So I ordered a new one off Amazon. It should be arriving in a matter of a few hours. And in the meantime, fingers crossed that the controller does not die. But if we get an alert, I don't know. We might just have to end the stream early. But I am optimistic, and we are going to pursue. Let's quickly go over where the team is at and what happened in the offseason. So our overall ranking in terms of rating did not go up much. However, I do not put a lot of stock into defense and speed. Both of those things are nice. Both of those things are inflated. And that also might change once we get into the regular season and we have our final roster set. But we made some good moves. We got out of some bad contracts. At least in my opinion, they were bad contracts. So we started off by going all in on Juan Soto. He was the big name free agent. We offered him a max contract over 9 or 10 years. He ended up signing with the Miami Marlins. So good for the Marlins. They won that race. But a little sad for us. That said, I think we made some good moves. We still have Eflin, Montgomery, and Mize, who did really good work last year. We are looking to see what Painter and Dollander can do here in spring training, and that might decide whether or not they get the call-up or not. We went out and we got Matt Strom and Lucas Sims in free agency, which, in my opinion, were really good moves. Obviously, 2 exceptional relievers. One of these guys is very likely to be our closer. We will also probably take a look at getting Gene Larkin his first MLB experience, which I would be really excited about. He is our 3rd highest rated reliever. He is only 20 years old, and so we're looking to get his career started as soon as possible. What else did we do? Looking through here, trying to remind myself what we did. We did sign Jace Peterson in free agency. This is not necessarily a big move, but it gives us some depth and a guy who can come off the bench. If we look at his quirks, he excels at pinch hitting, which is really, really good. He will be a bench bat and a utility piece and maybe kind of flux in and out of AAA to the major leagues. But he gives us a little bit of a safety net if we run into some injuries, which we did last year that really set us back. And he's very good defensively. Ezekiel Tovar is back. We're really hoping that he can remain injury-free. It really hurt us losing him. And then we still have Adam Duvall. Jonathan Daza, we're hoping will stay healthy again. And our big-ish signing, our big signing, I guess, was Alex Verdugo. Aside from our 2 relievers that we signed, Alex Verdugo, I think, is the biggest signing. We were really hoping to get a power bat. We were looking to purchase, 30-ish home runs, which we kind of did with Soler. He's going to be the new DH. Obviously, defense, not great. It'd be tempting to convert him to a first baseman just because they don't have to be athletic and they just need some fielding. That feels a little cheesy to me. So we will have Soler DHing. Big power bat also helps us against lefties, which we kind of struggled with last year. Verdugo, decent enough against lefties, but very, very good against righties. So I'm really excited for him, and very good defense as well. We will have MJ Melendez still behind the plate at catcher. And then possibly we will look to see Zach Fiend. We still have Andrew McCutchen, who we signed last year in free agency due to injury. And he ended up hitting really well in a limited, relatively limited appearance, 126 at-bats, but hit over 300, slugged over 5. So those were the big moves. That was free agency. And now we are going to sim into the next to last day or next last game um, of spring training, and then take a look at kind of some stats, see where people stand, and maybe make some decisions. But the big thing, I want to see how Painter, still abysmal. Only again, 11 innings, 11 innings. For some reason, Dollander got no innings worth of work. I was really hoping to see maybe something like a 4 ERA from Painter, but 11 innings, 8 strikeouts, 4 walks, gave up a number of hits. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. That doesn't give me a lot of hope. Eflin starting off with an 8 ERA is also abysmal, especially since he led the league last year in ERA and WHIP. So, some concerning signs. Strom and Lucas Sims also performed very poorly. So a little worrying. A little worrying. But let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get to the regular season. I didn't want to put too much stock into those, but kind of gave us an idea of what we're looking for. So let's get to the regular season. And here we are. Opening day against the Giants at home. We will play one of these games. But first, we have to go through the business of setting our rosters. So automatically, off the rip, the game wants me to have Painter and Dollander. 6 starting pitchers is what I usually run. We don't need Siebold, and I'm okay with this. This is kind of what I had in mind anyway. Siebold will go down to AAA. He'll have to go through waivers. That's fine. So essentially, we'll have our 5-man rotation, and then Painter, Dollander, maybe Marquez if he struggles this year, but he's been improving. One of these 3 will likely end up being the lone reliever. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AAA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AA pitchers. Okay, I'm okay with starting Larkin in AAA. There's really no huge push to have him up in the majors now that we have Strom and Sims. I would like to get Gildebreth up to the MLB level. He's one of our better relievers, so that's 2, 4, 6 relievers, and I'm fine with that. So 1, Rob Cortez, very interesting. Double A is probably where he belongs. Single A for the 18-year-old Alejandro Castillo, one of our draft picks this year. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 relief pitchers in AAA. 1, 2, 3, 4 in AA, and then we should have some closing pitchers. AAA. Justin Lawrence will stay in the majors. AAA. And we'll do Alex Taylor in AA. Okay. Drew Romo will be our backup catcher. He eventually will be the starter, I believe. Already pretty good defensively. He just needs to learn how to hit a ball at the major league level. We traded for Sean Guerrero. That was the piece that we got out of our trades. We end up trading out of, I don't remember, unfortunately, the player's name. That's my bad. But we were paying him. I know he had like one good year with Colorado. They re-signed him to a big deal, and then he's been shitting the bed ever since. He's costing us like $20-something million a year. He was a C potential with like a 70-something overall. Not worth it. Same with one of our pitchers. So we combined those, and we got an 18-year-old A potential catcher who, will likely be the future, but we'll see. So he'll start in Single A. Let's see. Actually, we are going to actually start him in Double A just because it's really hard to have a 47 overall catcher. All right, at first base, Romeo Ivy was was a draft pick of ours. Very tempting to give him the start, honestly, but I think it's going to be a mixture of Toglia and Castro. I know Castro was our DH for a while. He doesn't have the power to do that, but he plays so many different positions. He's not great defensively, but he can fill in a pinch. Toglia will still be on the major league roster. And let's get Stoddard at AAA. I imagine we'll probably end up flipping Stoddard and Ivy at some point. But believe it or not, even though the overall is good, it's best not to start 18-year-olds off in the AAA, usually. All right, so then we got McMahon and Rogers. Okay. That all looks good. Jace Peterson will be one of our bench bats for now, depending if we have to move someone up or down. Let's get Warming Bernabel. Hell of a name, by the way. Just insane name, but I love it. And Kazuhito Imasa was also last draft pick this year. Big power bat. Someone, hopefully he can figure out how to hit. Get those contact ratings up, and he could be very, very good. Tovar, of course. I think this is kind of the point where maybe Jake Cave goes down to AAA. Don't think we're in need of him right now at the majors, but he definitely could be. So then we'll have, why is Daza not on the MLB level? All right, so we'll have Duvall, Daza, and this is where we need to make some decisions. Nolan Jones, Verdugo, Soler, Melendez, and McCutchen. Who is the odd man out? Melendez is going to be our starting catcher, so it's definitely not him. Soler we just signed. Verdugo we just signed. So really it's between Nolan Jones and McCutchen. Now McCutchen is old, but he can actually perform well. Nolan Jones is young, and despite having infinitely better ratings, he really shit the bed last year. I am going decisions. I am going to unfortunately send McCutchen down to AAA. That kind of hurts my soul a little bit because you hate to see someone who was so dominant and so good for many years at the major league levels. Maybe not dominant, but very good. A solid starter for years and years and years. Definitely had his high points in the mid 2010s, but the time has come. However, if Nolan Jones even hints at being bad again, we will make the switch. McCutchen will come up. Nolan Jones will go down, and that will be the MLB roster. Now we have to do the fun joy of assigning all these. I mean, to be frank, I'm a little worried about Painter and Dollander. I imagine there's going to be a lot of flip-flopping between the two, but we will see. All right, so we'll have Lucas Sims. Strom will be the closer. I don't know if we need two setup men. Let's get a lefty lawn reliever. Let's make that Gildebreth. We'll put Kinley in a middle relief role. So we have some righty-lefty options at lawn relief and middle relief. And then our setup man and our closer, both righty-lefty. So those can be relatively interchangeable. And then for our lineups, this is the fun part. Nolan Jones, absolutely not. Get the hell off. I hate that man. I'm already regretting my decision. Just kidding. All right, so Soler, atrocious defense, will be our DH. Melendez will be our catcher. I think even though Toglia is better defensively, I am going to go, where is he at? Castro is going to be my first baseman versus righties. Duvall, McMahon, Soler, Verdugo, and then Jonathan Daza, who's playing center right now? Duvall? That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's his primary position. Now, what order do we want these fine gentlemen in? I like Daza leading off. I also like Castro up here. Also, Harold Castro has 93 clutch, so assuming Jonathan Daza can get on base, Castro can follow that up. Then it will be, of course, the DH Jorge versus righties, though, not the best contact. So we're actually going to go Verdugo in the 3-hole. Take that back. Oh, man. Why does McMahon have to be so slow? He'd probably be better at first, but we're going to have to suck it up. If we notice the lack of speed, then we may make a switch. But versus righties, he's our biggest power bat and huge contact, so we're going to go. He also hit 26 home runs last year. We'll start with McMahon, then Verdugo, then Soler. I already like this lineup. Duvall coming in at the 6th spot. Man, we are just really solid against righties this year. Not a ton of power, but that's okay. Then Brendan Rodgers, Tovar, and Melendez. That all looks good. We don't care about no DH. And then versus lefty DHing. All right, so Melendez at catcher. Castro versus lefties. Daza in left. Verdugo in right. Soler's DHing. McMahon at second. Brendan Rodgers at third. Yep. Okay, so all that looks good. Now, the order for this one. Again, Daza leading off. And then we do struggle a little bit versus lefties. Contact versus lefties. Okay, Daza. Tovar. And then we will go, Soler will be in the 3-hole versus lefties because he's a lefty destroyer. Actually, we could go Verdugo in the 2-hole, but we'll abstain. And then, yeah, Duvall, Rodgers, McMahon, Castro, Melendez. We'll start off with that, see how that goes. Okay, so our lineups are set, our roster is set, ready to kick it off. We will start off with statistically the best pitcher in the league last year. And we're looking to make a statement here on opening day. We're going to crush Logan Webb. Two new starters in our lineup. Some guys back from injury that were missing last year. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Season 3 underway here in Denver, Colorado, against our division rival,
leading off the afternoon for
San Francisco Giants.
The shortstop, Richie Huerta.
Now, just even though Eflin did such a good job last year, we actually really didn't pitch with him that much
210.
because he was doing so well. We tried to get more user-controlled reps in with, our worst pitchers, try and get them back on track. And we start off with a strikeout against Richie Huerta, whose name I do not recognize. Okay. Jonathan Clase. Starting off with a bunt attempt. We might have another strikeout here. No. He doesn't go for the curve. Okay. I feel really confident with Eflin that he can pretty much just paint. And I like going back to this cutter in on the hands. We don't get the call. Changeup. Low and away. Ooh, we kind of missed our spot. But we get a little lucky. Just some soft contact, a little light comebacker towards the mound. The catch is made. And that is out number 2.
That's a ball.
So far, so good for Eflin.
Ball, that's it.
Tyro Estrada looking very patient up at the plate. Spits on the first 2 pitches, which are pretty close. Ooh, McMahon. That's where we kind of need some speed. That's where we kind of need some speed from McMahon. Although, I'm really not sure that even a faster player gets at that. That was a disaster. A cutter that goes middle. Duval on the run, and he is going to make the catch at the track. Eflin kind of gets away with one there. Very dangerous pitch, but it ends up just being a very loud and very deep out number 3. And now we will get to see the new top of our lineup, starting with Jonathan Daza. Logan Webb leaving us the slider right down the middle. We are all over it, but a little too early. And now we find ourselves in an 0-2 count, chasing the slider down.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Much better slider that time from Webb, but outside of the zone. Pitch number 4 coming in hot. All right. A little late on the slider, but still fairly decent contact, fairly deep out and to right. But out number 1. Harold Castro. Solid 300 hitter. Opportunity right there to absolutely crush one, but we are early. Even on 93. And then a whiff on the sinker. Still too early. Okay. So we seem to be pretty focused up. There we go. That time much better. We sit back just a little bit more on 92. Pull it out into right. It drops right over the second fielder and right in front of the right fielder. And now big bat Ryan McMahon. Send me home. Give me an opening day homer. Foul. I would love to see Ryan McMahon take a big step up this year. If he can improve his power and contact versus lefties, I could see him having a truly big year. Maybe get that 25 homers up to the 35 homer range, but instead we're going to ground into a double play. Bummer. But no worries. Zach Eflin's on the mound, and he's ready to get through 5, 6, 7
0-1.
of this Giants lineup. 1 strikeout so far. And we saw a couple missed pitches. Speaking of missing, Jose Castro goes down, whiffing on the sweeping curveball. McMahon knocks it down. And I'm already feeling like we need to move McMahon out of second.
He's going, he's going, he's going.
I just don't. Like, 40 speed is one thing.
0-2 is the count.
30 speed or whatever he has is brutal. And he's a great bat. We need him in the lineup. But we also cannot have a liability on defense, especially like a
Here you go.
second, third short. I really can't be having guys that just can't catch up to the ball.
2 strikes.
But 2 strikeouts in the inning for Eflin, and that's a pretty quick inning for the Giants. All right, Verdugo, one of our big signings in the offseason. Let's see what he can do against Webb. And he crushes one! His first swing as a Colorado Rocky is a home run! Alex Verdugo! Welcome to Mile High, little buddy. 431 feet. And he gives us a 1-0 lead over the San Francisco Giants. Holy cow. I would love to see some Soler power from Jorge here. Ooh, pretty good pitch to hit. A little early, just fouls off. 1-1 count coming in. Sat back on that one pretty well. Unable to glove it. And old man Soler still has the legs to outrun that one. That is an infield single. And this is what I was hoping for. Just
Ball 1, no strike.
guys, it's like, oh, okay, well, at least I got through. You know, I gave up the home run. But now we're through. No. Then you face Jorge Soler. Oh, okay, well, now we got through Soler. We're towards the back end of their lineup. No, now it's Adam Duvall, who's going to sky one out to center. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Batting 7.
Let me just pause this real quick. Dual sense controller is low. We might only get through one game today. Charger is on the way. We're gonna try the Charger again. See if it does not. It's a rip in the chat.
The third
We
baseman,
do have a charging symbol.
Rogers.
So now hopefully that just continues to charge. And that'll hopefully keep us in the game. We are getting just served up very hittable pitches by Logan Webb.
Batting 8.
Brendan Rodgers does not make him pay though. And now we have Tovar, who did so well for us last year. Kind of surprising that he is all the way down in the 8th spot. But gives this one a right out to left just a little bit more, and that's a home run. So I feel really good about those at-bats, especially that man, Alex Verdugo, crushing one out into the bullpen and right. His first pitch delivered as a Colorado Rocky is a home run. You'll love to see it. Eflin now in his third inning of work.
Ball in.
I've been pretty happy so far with his body of work.
Nope.
He's missing, but he's not missing by much. So I don't know how upset I can be. We have, I think, 4 strikeouts so far. 4 strikeouts and 9 batters is definitely not bad, but possibly looking at our first walk here. I don't want to just gift Connor Joe. I don't want to groove one, and we don't. So we're missing, but we're not missing by much, so I'm not really panicking.
Richie Huerta.
And now we're back at the top of the lineup. Much better spot there on the fastball. And we get an infield pop-up. No problem there for Brendan Rodgers, who gloves that, and there's out number 1. Jonathan Clase tried to bunt last time.
0-1's the count.
And I'm going to really need that cutter to not go there. That is the 3rd time we have thrown the cutter, and it has gone right down the middle. Might be avoiding that pitch in the future.
Nope. That's ball 2.
Tyro Estrada is up next. And we're at a 2-2 count there. Oh, and he goes down swinging. Check swing, but they say he went around. Another strikeout on the line for Eflin. And the Giants remain scoreless. MJ Melendez, curious guy. Got him via trade last year. And he's very good. He has a very high ceiling. Speaking of high ceilings, that's where that ball's going, way out to right, off the wall. That's going to be an opening day double for MJ Melendez. Going to need more of that from him. And more sliders down the middle, please, from Logan Webb. You ask and you shall receive. We get a slider right down the middle. Jonathan Daza takes a good rip, but unfortunately gloved it short. The throw is in time. And now we're up to Harold Castro. Really good change up there by Logan Webb. Just catches the bottom of the zone.
One ball, 1 strike.
All right. And that's a bloop single for Harold Castro. And that is going to get MJ Melendez home. So that is an RBI single and a 2-for-2 opening day start for Castro. And a 2-0 lead for our Colorado Rockies. Let's go Rockies. If we ever make it, well, not whenever, or if we ever, but whenever we make it to the World Series,
Ball 1.
I feel like I need to have some, like, Coors banquets to sip on.
Ball, that pitch is out.
What would be better than to win a World Series with the Colorado Rockies than to do so while drinking a Coors banquet? Ryan McMahon getting in on the action. This one falls into right center. So one hopper to the wall. McMahon with a double and an RBI as well. Colorado extending their lead 3-0 with a man in scoring position and only one runner on. And now Alex Verdugo, who saw one pitch and hit a home run last time. This time, another very good pitch to swing at. But unfortunately, this one is grounded out to second. And now Jorge Soler with an infield single last time.
Ball that's outside.
We'll see what he can do. But man, this lineup is feeling juicy already.
Ball.
Last year, we really struggled to hit for power. And when I mean power, I mean even doubles were a struggle to come by sometimes. But already, multiple doubles and a home run
3-0.
on our line for the day. Let's see some Soler power, little buddy. Ooh. Rip at the high fastball, but late on it. 3-1 count. Could see our first walk of the day. Nope. We get a nice high deep ball into right. And it's caught on the warning track. Good rip from Jorge there. That one definitely had a chance. But unfortunately gloved before he could get to the wall.
Leading off for San Francisco.
But we're slowly building a lead. Eflin's still pitching really well. Been really worried about his cutter today. He has missed right down the middle multiple times. So I don't want to say I'm avoiding that pitch, but I'm very wary. I do like it in the spot though. I like the cutter in on the hands versus lefties. Much better spot there. That's what we're looking for. Now maybe we fool him with a changeup away. No, he crushes it. So that is going to be a single for Blake Sabal.
Now batting, the right fielder, Jose Castro.
Uh-oh. This one's given a right on the left. I don't think Dodds is going to get to it, and he does not. Just over his head. That's going to be a single. So back-to-back singles, and Eflin is finding himself in a little bit of trouble.
The third baseman, Colts Key.
A double play or a strikeout is really what we need right here. Let's try and get some pitches low in the zone.
0-2.
After this hard inside fastball, gets the strikeout. That's what we needed. Okay. 6 strikeout for Eflin.
The left fielder, Isaiah Kiner Falefa.
Not really much of a strikeout artist last year, despite the league leading ERA and WHIP. He just didn't give up a lot of hits. He didn't give up a lot of walks. Oh, please get there, Verdugo. No. Verdugo is unable to get that one. Falls right in front of him. Bases loaded. And now Xavier Isaac, who I have no idea who this is. Is this a drafted player? It is. 21 years old, only 69 overall. Nice. Doesn't look like the best hitter that San Francisco has to offer.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
I think we're going to keep everything low in the zone.
Ball 2.
If I can get a rollover on a sinker, that would be majestic. A little double play would just really tickle my pickle. Or a strikeout. We get the strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Eflin. That is his 7th of the day. Well, not back-to-back. 2 in this inning. And now again, really need a ground ball.
That's the ball.
Really need a ground ball.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2. Ball 3.
Ooh. Obviously, we cannot afford a walk right here. It's gonna have to be a challenge pitch. I think we're gonna stick with the sinker.
No, ball 4.
Oh God, we miss.
Now batting, shortstop, achieved.
So Eflin walks in a run against not a great hitter. Come on. That one, of course, is right on the money. Oh, God, that one's going to fall. And just like that, San Francisco ties it up. Eflin looking a little rocky right now. No pun intended. That miss, that walk-in on the sinker was disastrous. And then Ezekiel Tovar cannot glove it. Then we throw it away. Oh, my God. What a disastrous inning for the Rockies. What are we doing out here? That could have been our third out. Instead, it's an error.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tovar, please make this throw. We're not going to get it in time.
The catcher, number 2,
Wow.
Blake Sable.
We're gonna have to start warming up a bullpen arm. This is disastrous.
Hey. 0-1.
Thank goodness that one's foul. And we're finally going to get out number 3, but holy cow. What a disastrous inning for Eflin and the Rockies. Bad defense, bad pitching, a little bit of bad luck. And we have surrendered a 3-0 lead. Now 5-0. And we're one step closer as Adam Duvall gets another slider right down the middle, which we have seen from Webb, and absolutely pisses on that baseball. 424 feet into left. Let's see what Brendan Rodgers can do next here. Also, am I... Castro... This is not the lineup that I set. Like, McMahon should not be hitting second. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy.
0-1's the count.
All right. Let's see what Brendan Rodgers can do. Got a little distracted there. Dang, way out in front of the slider, and that's already strike number 3. Just way too early.
Oh, that's low.
Not a good at-bat. Ezekiel Tovar up next. 0 for 1 today.
Ball, that's inside.
Good eye there. Close changeup inside. I know that's pretty hittable pitch. But I'm looking for something a little bit more on the outer side of the plate. But we've worked ourselves into a 3-1 count. Potential walk here. Ooh. Just way too late on that sinker. We end up working the walk, though. The slider misses from Logan Webb.
Now batting, catcher,
And now we have a man on.
Jay
Be a good time for MJ Melendez to crush one. Maybe join this home run party.
Ball, down.
Oh, all over that slider. coming in on the hands. He pulls it, but pulls it foul. It's a good swing. Come on, Melendez. Oh, we got another one. Logan Webb cannot keep missing with that slider. We've already made him pay a number of times. Probably should have been home run number 3 there. But instead it's a comebacker. Webb can't glove it. Bounces off of him, and he cannot make the throw to first in time. That is going to be ruled a hit, I believe. We don't get an indication. But now at the top of the lineup, 2 runners on, only 1 out. I would love an extra base hit here. Ooh. Pretty good swing, but just not deep enough. Jonathan Daza is going to fly out into left. And now Harold Castro, who is 2 for 2. 3 for 3 would be a pretty good result. He also has like a 93 clutch rating. Oh, he gives this one a right out to right. Will he be able to get there? He cannot! The right fielder does not get to it. That is going to be a bases clearing 2 RBI double for Harold Castro, who is now 3 for 3 on the day. And we have immediately taken back the lead after that disastrous inning. I'm waiting for them to pull Logan Webb. We already have arms in the bullpen. Should Eflin start off poorly here in the 5th? Nice inside sinker. I didn't think that that one was going to catch the zone, but it does. But we're back out in front. We're going to give Eflin another shot here in the 5th, but the leash is very short.
Oh, that's inside.
I have to admit with Eflin, when we have missed, it has not been by much.
1-1.
So, a little bit unlucky. Also, some bad defense last time.
He's out.
We had Verdugo with an opportunity that probably should have caught one out right. Instead, he let it check up in front of him. We had the horrible throw
Ball, that's off the plate.
by Tovar. And I think there was another one where we had an opportunity to get an easy ground out, and we just could not make the catch. But aside from last inning being bad, Eflin's already up to 80 pitches as well. Pitch number 80 incoming here.
That's a ball.
Arguably could have been strike 3. I mean, if you look at where those pitches are at, that's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. We're just not getting some of those calls. Pretty tight strike zone by Blue behind the plate. We end up getting a strikeout there. It seems like Eflin is back on track. Seems like it. 0-2 count here to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's see if we can put him away with a hard inside fastball. No. Oh my God. Verdugo does not recognize how slow he is. Ends up taking a bad line to the ball. That one gets past him. That's going to be a double for IKF. I will give Eflin one more base runner. He gives it up. We're pulling him. He does not. So, 9 hits so far today for Eflin, coming off such an extraordinary season. Last year, I was not expecting this, but we still hold a lead,
For the Rockies,
and we will gift him the start of the 6th.
Verdugo.
Try and get him a chance at a win
Ball 1, no strike.
on his stat line. But again, a very short leash.
Ball 2.
And they still have Logan Webb out there. Only 61 pitches, which is pretty efficient. But he's also just thrown so many pitches right down the middle. We've hit him around quite a bit. And we also have to remember, all of their runs came in 1 inning.
Hey.
So, oh my God. So, 1 bad inning. Oh, there it is. Another slider down the middle. Soler did not miss. And sun is blinding with that Soler power. Oh my God, I'm so funny. I cracked myself up. And that's going to be it for Logan Webb.
Now pitching for the Giants,
Reyes is going to come in.
number 72.
Did not have a successful year last year with over a 6 ERA and a 1.7 whip.
Yep, that ball went out.
Starts off with a fastball out of the zone. He has very low velo on these pitches.
Inside, ball 2.
So we're going to have to be really cognizant not to be out in front of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's ball 3.
We start with a walk. Duval, who has a home run on his line for today, 1 for 2 with a home run and now a walk.
Brendan.
And it seems like Reyes maybe not the best pitcher. Hopefully we can get to him. Rogers is going to take a rip at a fastball. A little bit low and inside. But still in the strike zone. He's going to be a fly out to center. And now Tovar. 0 for 1.
Off the plate, ball 1.
We're hoping for another, solid contribution this year.
No. Inside.
Of course, last year had a blazing hot start
Ball 3.
and then was injured for half the season. 3-0. We're going to put up the red light to Tovar. Definitely a good pitch to take a rip at, but we would be more than happy to take a walk from Reyes. But no need when you get a fastball down the middle. Good eye from Tovar. He rips one past the second baseman. And now we have 2 on
Catcher, MJ.
with 2 out. That was just too juicy of a pitch to spit on. Melendez, great start today. 2 for 2.
Ball 1's the count.
Did we really mistime that? Or did he really just miss that? Early, but not too early. Just whiffs it. Oh, God.
0-2 is the count.
So swing and a miss on back-to-back curveballs. Making Melendez look a little silly. Fly out. Fly the 91-mile-an-hour high fastball. Oh, and that one's going to hit him in the ankle. Doesn't seem to be bothering him too much, but Melendez gets hit by a pitch. And now we're at the top of our lineup with Jonathan Daza, who is 0 for 3. Daza's the kind of guy you expect. Son of a bitch.
0-1.
As we're swinging through a very low slider. Kind of guy that you expect to hit closer to that 300 mark. And there's one for 3. That's a single on his line. They send 2 home, and we run our lead up to 4. 9-5 Rockies. And let's see if Harold Castro can continue on his perfect day. 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double, 3 RBIs. We were so impressed with his performance that we actually gave him a little bit of a potential boost. Still a D potential. But he's a good piece to have. Consistent hitter. Adequate defense. Pretty bad swing, though, there. Fastball high up and out of the zone. And that changeup very close. Even if you do take a swing at it, not much you can do. So he's going to go down with a strikeout, but still a very good day. We're down at the very bottom of the Rockies lineup here. And again, giving Eflin another go for the 6th, trying to get him a win on the day. Bare hands that one and makes the throw to first in time. Pitch number 90 incoming to Richie Herta. A 19. Oh my gosh. Is this like. It's looking like this San Francisco roster is just full.
That's ball 2.
The controller disconnected. I thought it died, but just disconnected. We're still in this one. Oh! Okay. That was a very dangerous pitch by Eflin. But it's just allowed out. And we're one batter away from getting through 6. Still going to be close to posting a 9 ERA this game. But hopefully we're going to get out of it with just those 5 runs. That's another strike on the line, and that's the day for Eflin. Let's go to the bullpen and make our adjustments. Where we're at, we're in the 6th, so I think we can sit our long relief options. I would like to see Sims and Strom. We'll get, let's get Suter up. Let's get Coke up. And looking at this lineup, it looks like they would really struggle against lefties. So Brent Suter is going to get the 7th, possibly the 8th, depending on how fast he can get through these guys. And we're still facing off against Reyes. He gave up a few runs. Loaded the bases, and we got a couple runs off of him.
That's out.
Really, the curveball is the only thing that's really ate us up. Starting off with all fastballs versus Ryan McMahon. And now a full count. I would love a home run, be happy with a walk. And we're going to get a walk from McMahon. Reyes just really struggling to hit the zone consistently.
Right fielder, Alex Verdugo.
0-1's the count.
But the changeup and the curveball are good. I'll give him that.
Ball inside.
Really close fastball. If you could squeeze those fastballs in a little bit more, this could be a very effective outing for him, but get through. That one gets through. That's going to be 2 hits on the day for Verdugo. a home run and a single on his line.
The batter,
Looking to be
the
worth
designated hitter.
I want to say around like $15 million that we spent on him. Soler as well. Our consolation prize for not getting Juan Soto. Basically, instead of giving $35 million to Juan Soto, we gave roughly combined $30 million to Soler and Verdugo. Not the worst.
1-1.
And it's already paid off. Both players with a home run today.
1 ball.
Slayer, though, fooled there on the slider. Can't make any contact.
2-2 to count.
Now an even count.
3.
Oh, my God.
Now batting.
Probably should have protected there. I thought that was a little bit wider than it actually was.
2-ball.
Good pitch.
Ball, that's in.
That is a good pitch from Reyes. Already has more strikeouts than Webb. Although he has given up far more walks. Uh-oh, pass ball there. And he is out.
Tag in, he's gone.
Try and take a base. We do get second. But the runner is thrown out at third. And now 2 outs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Adam Duvall in a even count. Looking to rip one. There it is. We get the fastball. We don't miss on that one. That one's out to the wall. That's going to be another double for Duvall. And that is going to be double-digit score for the Colorado Rockies today.
Your attention, please.
And that's going to be it for Reyes.
San Francisco.
Sean
Number
Hale?
64,
Higel?
Jelly.
Jelly. What a name. What do we got from Jelly? Fastball, a curve, slider, a changeup, and a 2-seamer. This guy is tall. 6'11". Holy cow. That's kind of crazy. See if Brendan Rodgers can get the young kid.
2-1.
That was a very high slider. All right, 2-1. Oh, crushed! Another one out to deep center. Off the wall. Duvall's going to come home. Rodgers with a double, his first hit of the day. And I'm just not sure that the San Francisco pitching staff can really keep up. You can tell that we have slowly built this lineup. Controller continually gets disconnected because we're desperately trying to charge it.
Ball.
What the?
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
What?
Outside.
What is happening? What? Why is the game just...
That's a ball.
What is going on? What? Why are we just simulating? I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Okay.
Full count.
So I don't know what happened there, but for some reason, we just stopped playing the game. Then that was a full count, and I was a little discombobulated there, to be fair.
Now pitching for the Rockies,
That was very strange.
41. Brett Shooter.
All right. So we go with Suter, the veteran lefty. The next couple guys in the lineup, not very good versus lefties, but Tyro Estrada is going to get on.
The catcher, number 2, Blake Sable.
Now we got the lefty-lefty matchup.
Ball 1.
Hopefully that works in our favor. Would love a little double play action, but instead we'll get the strikeout. Now Suter, not a lot of velo, so we're looking to keep these pitches low.
Ball 1.
Oh, Verdugo! Another fielding error for him. I don't think that's going to be ruled an error, but that's the second time he's been unable to cleanly grab one. And our defense has really been a liability, despite having some pretty good defensive starters, like Verdugo. He's normally very reliable out there. Tovar as well has mishandled a couple.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But we trust Suter. Oh, get there, Castro. Please get there, Castro. Man. See if Suter can dot one up on the low outside corner. He does. There we go. We get him with the off speed. Sits him down. So way more base runners than we would like.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning.
Certainly, a lot more than we would like. All right, MJ Melendez, 2 for 2, facing off against Jelly, the Jelly Giant. Obvious nickname there. The dude is 6'11". And he's going to get MJ Melendez to pop up.
Now batting, the left fielder.
And he flies out.
Daza.
Nope. Ball 1.
Man, he is just a monster on the mound. Gifts us a fastball down the middle, and we miss a little bit late on that one. Good curveball following that. Son of a bitch. It's like our 3rd or 4th strikeout today. Typically we don't strike out that much, but
That's out.
some of these pitches have been right on the black. I guess we should be protecting in those spots.
Ball. That's out.
Pitches like that will get called for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
But just not quite seeing it today a little bit, despite the 11 runs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
But we've been gifted a lot of pitches right down the middle. That curveball even very hittable. We're just early, but still whiff. And now full count. There it is. Castro having a 4 for 5 day. He's just so good. When you look at him on paper, he looks terrible. Defensively, not very good. Not much power. But the dude just gets on base, and he gets hits. McMahon, though, on the other hand, big power bat. Really good against righties. Would love to get him a home run opener. Or an opening day home run. Instead, we're going to get a ground out to second. That ends the 7th. It's still looking like it's going to be out of reach. For the Giants. We're just going to have Suter come in, stay in at least for this inning, just pound the strike zone. And see what we can do. No need to get fancy, just challenge these batters. I had 6 runs. There's no need to try and play games with these batters. Force them to try and make the offensive effort.
All ones the count.
And Suter is doing well enough. Another soft grounder to McMahon. He makes the play. We're through the 8th. Looking to wrap this one up quickly. Would love to see Strom, but there's no reason to bring out the closer when you're ahead by this much. Instead, we're going to go to Dollander. Give him an inning of work. He's a rookie that had a little bit of experience last year at the major league level and was very unsuccessful. So trying to get him into these low leverage spots, there's not a lot. It gives him a lot of room for error.
0-1.
And that's the goal. My God, Soler.
Ball, 2 strikes.
We're not very early. We're not so early that we can't make contact. We're just whiffing.
2 strikes.
Barely make contact there. Really good curveball by Jelly.
2-2 the count.
We work the count even 2-2.
Count is 3.
Inside fastball now a full count. Could we get our first walk off of Jelly? We do.
Ball 4.
Fastball misses inside. Soler spits on it. And Duvall's up next. That's going to be a double play, I fear.
Out.
And it is. Takes a rip at the curve. Beats it into the ground. That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We've had plenty of offense. And now let's see what Chase Dollander can do.
number 29.
Come on, kid.
Ball 1.
Show us what you got. He's got a ball to start.
Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes.
Come on. Give me a strike. There we go. A major league strike for Dollander. Oh, Castro gets there. The flip to Dollander, covering first. So a little bit of defensive action for the kid. And again, I don't think we're going to really try and complicate this one.
All ones the count.
Send him out there to throw strikes. I'm okay if he gives up some hits. We're up by 6 runs. We're just trying to challenge these batters
1 ball.
and get through this last inning with a 6-run opening day lead. I know the fans would be happy. And we get our first MLB strikeout for Dollander.
Blake.
You'd love to see it. Now, Blake Sable does hit righties pretty good. So we could get burned here.
I got 1 ball.
But a swing and a miss.
One ball.
Ooh.
2 strikes.
Nasty little slide piece. And can we put Sabal away with the curve? Not a strikeout. Tover with the jumping throw. That is an insane throw. That is deep. Great arm. And that is an opening day win for the Colorado Rockies. I think the only thing that was really concerning today was Eflin. He gets the win. But for someone who led the league last year in ERA and WHIP, and posting it's going to be close to a 9 ERA today. However,
The final line
the free agents that we had were very good. We went out and paid some people. Verdugo goes 2 for 5. I guess, yeah. Soler goes 2 for 4. Melendez 2 for 3. So we definitely had a really good day. I think the big name was Harold Castro, 4 for 5, but last year we really lacked power. We got home runs from Duvall, Verdugo, and Soler. Doubles from Melendez, Castro, McMahon, Rogers, and Duvall. So extra base hits and homers. Really, really good to see. An error from Ezekiel Tover, which is really unfortunate. But ends up being a 6 ERA for Zach Eflin. He goes 6 innings, allows 4 with 2 walks. 9 strikeouts, though, in 6 innings is pretty good. And then Suter and Dollander come in and close things out. Pretty good opening day. Would rather not give up 5 runs, but it's nice to see our offense put... Okay, music. It's nice to see our offense putting up some points, putting up some runs, not points. All right. Good stuff, good stuff. Excuse me. All right, so let's sim the rest of this series. Oh, Castro with an injury, but he's just out for a day or two. We'll keep him active. Oh, and now we have to set the AAA lineups. All right, what do we need? A center fielder there. Who do we put? I think McCutcheon obviously is going to be the DH. And we might not get to another game because the battery is officially low. The charger should come from Amazon today, but it has not arrived yet. So let's set these lineups, and then we'll probably have to call it a day, unfortunately. I really wanted to get through a 2 or 3 games today. But, I mean, I guess there's really no sense in having you guys watch me set lineups for the AAA team. So we'll just end it here. Unfortunate. But, you know, the charger hopefully will come soon. I can stream some more. I'm taking all of work off next week for the holiday because I have a bunch of PTO that I need to use. So I'm hopefully going to be streaming a lot next week. So if you enjoy watching me play baseball or any of the other games I play, look forward to that. But that'll be it. Opening day game was very good. I'm very happy with what we saw. A little worried about the start from Eflin, but I'm confident that he can get that one under control. We saw Dollander come in and get some pitches in. He pitched well. Of course, it was against the Giants, who, from what I can tell, are a very bad baseball team. So I don't want to get too hyped, but we're 2-0 against a bad team. But that is, I mean, that's one of the things. Good teams should beat bad teams, and we're doing that so far. I know it's early. It's only 2 games. We still have 160 to go, but all right. We're off on season 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you did enjoy the stream or you're enjoying watching this after the fact, feel free to give the video a like if you so dare. And if you are new and really enjoyed it, maybe consider subscribing. Thank you all so much for your time. It's always appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.